What's happening, gang? So I got asked recently if I could compare quickly the Naniwa Pro 400K with the Shapton Pro 1K. The 400 is deceptive. It is a 400 grit stone, but it feels very smooth, produces a much cleaner polish than most 400 stones do. But it does cut as quickly as a low grit stone. The edge it leaves behind seems to be a little bit finer than that, however. The particular person asked me to check it against the 1K because the Shapton 1K is kind of the opposite. It's much coarser than most 1K stones. So when you take the 400 grit, which is a little bit finer than what it's rated at, and the 1K stone, which is coarser than what it's rated at, I wanted to kind of compare the edges and see where they stand. He was mostly interested on S30V. Got my Benchmade 9400. I'm going to go ahead and use this as my guinea pig. I'll show a quick microscopic shot of where the edge is currently. It is kind of polished. Of course, we're going to take that away. I want to start, of course, on the 400. I'm going to do both sides with this stone. And then I'll do only one side with the 1K, and then we will compare the two. I'm not going to bore you guys through this whole process. Just get you started, let you see what I'm doing. And I'll pick back up with you here in just a second. Got the 400 done. I'll show you guys the pictures of that. I'll put them all together at the end so we can get an idea of where they are compared to each other. In terms of feel, the 400 is really creamy, and honestly the cutting and the abrasiveness feels really similar to the Shapton Pro 1K. Looking at the scratch pattern, just a quick eyeball, that too looks very similar. So we'll see what the microscope pictures give us, but just initial comparisons and looking at it, I think they may be onto something. These two look like they're very close together. Well, looking at the microscopic shots, the 400 actually looks like it has more of a sandblast kind of finish than the 1K. I believe that's because that 400 grit Naniwa Pro releases abrasive more readily than the 1K. The 1K is a harder stone, therefore the scratches are a little more defined and deeper. That doesn't make them the same as far as the apex goes. Unfortunately, my scope doesn't take pretty decent pictures of apexes, so I can't get that detailed with it. All I can go by is cut feel and you know how the knife feels in use. All that said, they're really close to each other in terms of speed, in terms of feel. The 400 is a little bit creamier, a little bit softer underneath the bevel of the knife as you glide across it. The 1K is a little bit harder, feels a little more abrasive. All in all, either stone would suit most people's needs. You could come off either stone strop your edge and be good to go. Anyway guys, I just wanted to throw this video together just to do a quick side-by-side comparison and get some microscopic shots. My camera sucks. It's a USB microscope. When I record the video, it tears really badly, so taking still shots is about the best option I have. Hopefully you can gain some insight with those. If not, well, I do apologize. Hopefully this wasn't too much of a waste of your time. If you have any questions or comments, as always, leave them down below. You guys have a good one.